So most of the time when people think about innovation, what they think about is the product, and they tell innovation stories about how a product came to be. One of the common ones that people tell is about 3M Post-its. But there's a backstory around 3M Post-its that's not widely known. And that backstory has to do with innovation around politics. When Spencer Silver and Art Fry got to the place where they actually had prototypes for Post-its, and they really believed that they had a product that could do something good for 3M, they were having a hard time getting it past the gate of marketing. Marketing, the Department of Marketing at that time at 3M, was not as interested in moving that product forward as might have been the case at another time. So these two guys, because they were committed to their product and they were creative, asked themselves the creative question, how might we get marketing to agree to move this forward? Well, what they did is they created a bunch of prototypes, a good volume of it, and they began to distribute those prototypes throughout the company to the administrative assistants, secretaries, support staff. They were using what we would call the drug dealer product dissemination model. They got these people using these products in such a way that they really liked them. They'd put them on their bosses' paperwork. They'd put them in a document that needed to be signed. There was a time we didn't have such a thing. And what happened is every time any of these support folks would come back and say, hey, could I get some more? They always gave them more. And so at a certain point, and they had this in their plan, they cut them off. So someone would come and say, I'd like some more of these sticky note things. They weren't branded at the time. And these guys would say, we're all out. And they'd say, oh, I love them. I need some more. Where can I get them? And Spencer Silver and Art Fry would say, I think they have some down in the marketing department. So what would go is people would go down and they'd knock on the door in the marketing department. Of course, marketing had none, but how many times do you think it took before that knock on the door at marketing woke them up? And it was a knock on the head that moved them forward and got them ready to say yes to moving that product into the world. And you know what? I'm glad for that little piece of innovation because I really like using Post-its.